man, Art. We just giving y'all kind of like an update. You know, that's our first time giving this car some loving since all of the work that y'all seen previous on Art's vehicle. All of the quarters was replaced, metal work was done, body work was done to both quarters, the skirts, the doors. You know, now we're on the front clip. You know, we was trying to bust out my guy Lofton's 72 for a Rick Ross show, couple parts delays, we didn't make it, you know, so we had to accept the, you know, the reality of the situation and keep moving forward. So now that we did get it painted, Mr. Tom and Dante's working on, you know, with re-clearing it and starting the buffing process on it. Now we can get back on to our next up, which is the 71 for the hardtop. So you can see the trunk lid and the hood, we needed to be stripped. This is a new hood. He had a kink in his old hood, a lot of rust on it, so we found him a good hood for his car. You know, it was stripped top and bottom, you know, epoxy prime to protect that metal, you know, before we actually go forward with the bodywork process, which is what we do on all kind of builds like this. We strip everything to the metal, make sure we investigate, make sure there's no rust that need to be cut out, and then go forward. So the bottom of the trunk lid is done. And now he's about to start on the top lid, which is a little, you know, anybody know these cars with these fins, you know, you want to get all of the rust out, and it's parts under this that you really can't get to without cutting this stuff open, you know what I mean? And then that's going to, you know, weld it in, warping, you know, so just coming up with ways you can sandblast it, but once you sandblast it, you're going to have so much sand in there that's hard to chase out. So the convertible's trunk lids are so short because this is the area where the convertible top goes to. So the two hard top Donks have a unique look. I like them, they're nice. So my guy Art, here we go. We back at it, you know, finishing up the paint body phase. Stay tuned, guys. Art, we got you covered. He got an L8T, same motor that we got for the Cutlass, you know, which is a motor that I love, the go-to block, you know, which is a great foundation for whatever you want to do. Naturally aspirated, supercharged, it's built for it. So I think I'll do the 6-speed with it. His will be supercharged. The Cutlass will be naturally aspirated, where it'll start off, and he's going supercharged. So he's gonna be 4-figure. He definitely want at least be 1,000 horse. Still fine-tuning colors. You know, when me and Art started this, you know, like he had a color in mind, and throughout the process of time of us building this car, you know, looked at, you know, several colors, but we're getting real close. I actually just seen a color yesterday that I want to show Art, that I was going to the paint supply place to get some things for, you know, we had to get primer and stuff like that to prime it. And they had a board of straight paint from House of Color. And I'm talking about unique mixes that I never seen, you know what I'm saying, on little small cars. I video recorded a couple, I'm gonna show them. So we still fine-tuning color, you know, the gray frame on the inside that's been powder coated, you know, QA1, Ford 9-inch, you know, everything, you know, that's, you know, that's actually Art's too, so. Coming along, the bottom of it is pretty much done. He's going with the Daytons. He got 24-inch Daytons all chrome. He got the chrome look, so a lot of his stuff. Art is the guy that put me down with the chromas and where we get our gold plating done too. So shout out my guy Art, you know what I mean? If you guys need chrome or gold plating done, you let me know. I can get you in touch with the right people to get you some quality stuff. You guys will see some of the work that was done by Lester and them up there in Tennessee on Lofton's car. So when we put it back together and clean it all up, you know, that'll be your first look at some of the chrome work that they're doing. But Art already have his, he came with it, you know, he the one kind of got us in, plugged in with the right people. So big salute Art up there in Nashville, Tennessee. My guy, golden chrome specialist, man. Big love, appreciate you, big brother, and we got you covered, man. Yeah, so roof done, quarters done, new quarters, skirts, everything fitted. We purchased new brackets and everything, installed them in, got them fitted, everything nice and fitting the way we want. And it's just the first round of body work, but it's looking real good. All the metal work in the trunk done. We got the, you guys don't remember, we got the new billet hinges on. I really like these billet hinges have adjustments too. And this is the first one we did a billet hinge on a hardtop. These are newer. The ones for the convertible are different, you know, so they kind of been out, you know, but these are pretty new. So you got your coming art, doors, first round, the doors are done. And then we actually put the billet hinge, you know, the billet hinge on did the modification for that. So now once, you know, we just actually just going forward, bro. Next step, we taking footsteps one at a time, man, getting to the finish line. Let's go.